what is your announcement?
Judge, we don't want to sit on the trial docket just yet. We're asking for one more announcement.
Okay,
I just want to make sure we go over all the videos.
okay. Get your reset. Mr. Fox, your case is gonna be reset. Stay in contact with your attorney and your boss. All right, you're free to go. Thanks for being patient with us. You have a blessed day.
You too. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
I do have one more case, Judge. I have Miss Monta Bruno on the trial docket, first page.
Okay, what's your announcement in Ms. Montabruno's case?
Um,
Montabruno? Okay. What's your announcement in Ms. Montabruno's case?
We're ready.
Okay,
I don't think the government's ready.
state?
It's not Monta Bruno.
Here's where we are, and I'm not spoken to Mr. Galmore about that case. I have a docket that was printed on October the 27th. And I'm happy to show it to the court here. On this October 27th docket for trial, there is no Montabruno case on that docket, which is why I didn't get it. ready
October
for trial.
20th. Oh, y'all print y'all docs.
Yeah,
different.
so I'm happy to get it ready for the very next available trial docket, Judge. But the reason why the state's not ready today is because it wasn't on the version of the trial docket printed on October the 27th.
Mr. Galmore? You have any objections to the,
I mean, Judge, this has just been going on for a long time and Miss
okay, well,
Bruno.
okay, I understand. So what we're gonna do, I mean, I don't know what happened because I mean, it's on the docket and it's been reset.
I can tell you what happened.
No,
Judge.
oh, no, I'm sorry, I was just referring to him not having it on,
Right.
on his docket.
It's not on the version of the docket I have.
I don't know where you got that from. I mean, y'all print ours, it's on our docket.
But it should say when yours was printed, Judge, at the very top.
Yeah, I mean, we just printed it, but I mean, we always print our documents like a day or two before, but I mean, but the case was reset way back. Whenever it was set, I mean, both parties got notice that it was reset on that day, because you had to be in court.
It was reset on November the 1st.
November the 1st of what, of this month?
Correct.
Why was it reset on November?
We were set for trial on November 1st this month.
Oh, and then we had to reset
And I
it?
asked the court for the very next available.
Oh, that's what happened. So, yeah, so we were in court.
And because she had to shut down her daycare until this case is resolved.
Yeah.
So I asked for the very next setting.
Okay.
Um,
So, yeah, you had must have had an old, yeah, okay, yeah, that's what we just reset it from that previous trial docket to this trial docket is what you're saying.
It was on the November 1st trial docket.
Okay, I kind of remember that.
State's not ready because of the fact that it didn't appear on the docket, at least the version of the docket.
Well. Okay, well, we're gonna, right now, we'll give it a number. We got a couple of cases ahead of it. Okay. So we'll see everybody back tomorrow at 1:30. I mean, we'll see what happens. Mr. Reynolds? Is this Charles Allen Shaw?
Yes, sir, Judge. I think he signed his paperwork.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, y'all got some paperwork? Okay, Mr. Allen?
Yeah.
You can set that right there. Cases in court is in session. Clause number 324-489, case of Style State of Texas versus Charles Edward Allen Jr. Mr. Allen, is that your full name?
Yes,
Mr. Allen, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Allen, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
yes, sir.
Maybe put your hand down. How you doing, Mr. Allen? Mr. Allen, you're here represented by your attorney, Nathan Reynolds. Mr. Attorney Reynolds, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Judge.
You have a record in Mr. Allen's case?
So wait, Judge.
Mr. Allen, I have before me document that's titled information. This information alleged that on or about September 22nd, 2019, while you're in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the class A misdemeanor offense of theft. You understand what you've been charged with?
Yes.
And to this charge, Mr. Allen, how you plead guilty, not guilty, no contest? Now, you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily,
Yes, sir.
and are you pleading guilty because you're guilty?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Allen, I have before me a document that's titled misdemeanor plea admonishment. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, are each of initials on the line is titled guilty?
Yes, sir.
And on page 3 of the same document, is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Allen, I have another document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
There are 2 boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Right.
The second box checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. What's this in? Mr. Allen, I also have a document that's titled discovery certification. Recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Mr. Allen, before you signed and initial all of these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me state's exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer state 1?
Yes, sir. State Office States 1.
Any objections?
No objection, Judge.
No objection. State's exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Reynolds, you provide and counsel Mr. Allen. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None to my knowledge.
Mr. Allen, your attorney, Mr. Reynolds, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation? Mr. Allen, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. States, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
Exchange for the defendant's plea in the state's recommending confinement in the Jefferson County Jail for a period of 20 days. We ask the court give the defendant credit for any and all time he's entitled to by law. And I believe Mr. Reynolds has a request of the court as it relates to when the defendant will be retained.
Yeah, you would place on the form, Judge, if he'll be allowed to report by 5 o'clock on Friday, the 8th.
No objection to that.
Friday, that's the 18th of November.
Yes, sir.
By 6 p.m. Okay, that's 20 days. Okay, now, Mr. Allen, the state is offering that you serve 20 days in Jefferson County Jail. You'll be given credit for any time that you are entitled to get by law. The court cost in this case, Mr. Allen, is $292. Will you be able to pay the $292?
No, Your Honor.
And this is old. Is this is, oh, this case is from out of time for law number 3.
Because we wouldn't be opposed to giving him credit for the time he spent in jail to go toward his court.
Oh. How much time is, do we know how much time he spent in jail?
He doesn't have to
Well,
refuse.
I'm saying the time he will spend in jail.
Oh, well,
I'm court appointed, and I don't. believe-
I mean, it's gonna go toward, but I mean, what I have to do is, by statute, have to inquire whether or not he's able to pay the court costs. And so, Mr. Allen, you stated that you would not be able to pay the court costs. Now, Mr. Allen, let me ask you a few questions. Mr. Allen, are you employed? Do you have a source of income?
No, I'm disabled.
Okay, so you get disability?
Yes, sir.
And how much money do you get on disability?
1,500.
Okay, and out of that 1,500 disability, do you have bills?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now let me start off at the top. Now, do you have to pay any type of rent or mortgage?
Yes, sir.
And how much are you paying on that per month?
600.
600, okay, 600 out of 15. And do you have to pay utility bills? And how much are utility bills?
Electricity, 215. Water is $100 a month.
Okay,
I have a doctor's bill I have to pay.
no, I'm just talking about utilities right now.
Utilities, My phone bill is.
No. It was the way, light, gas, and water. You have to pay for gas?
No.
Okay, so your water and your lights, it comes to a total of $315. That's $215 plus 100. Okay, now what about your food expenses? How much do you pay per month?
Oh, me and my son need about probably $100.
400 a month. Okay. That's. And now you say, didn't you say something about a medical bill or something?
Yes, sir. I go to the doctor once a month and it's $250.
Oh, okay, well, I can stop right there. That's over the 1,500 that he's getting per month, so the court is gonna find that you're indigent. And based on that finding the indigency, the court cost pursuant to Article 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, the court cost will be waived, which means you won't have to pay. Now, Mr. Allen, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Allen, you'll have to report to the Jefferson County Jail on November the 18th at or before 6 p.m.
Before 16.
Yes, and the court will be dismissing clause number 329007. Now, Mr. Allen, the court is going to follow the plea bargain agreement that you've entered into with the state. Please stand on the X and follow the directions of our clerk. Ms. Cole, you may put your hand down. How you doing, Ms. Cole? You doing okay? Now, Ms. Cole, you're represented here by your attorney, Kevin Lane, Attorney Lane. You have a record in Ms. Cole's case?
I am.
Ms. Cole, I have before me a document that is titled Information. This document alleges that on or about April 14th of 2022, while you're in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of a false report to a peace officer. Ms. Cole, you understand what you've been charged with? And to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest. Now, you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty? Now, Ms. Cole, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. You recognize this document? On page 2 of the same document, there are a set of initials, 2 sets of initials. One set is yours, I think, PC. Did you place your initials on this line next to boxes check guilty? On page 3 of the same document, Ms. Cole, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is that your signature? And Ms. Cole, on the next document, that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on this document? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box is checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that? Second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to appeal. Do you understand that? I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Is recognize this document? And is this your signature on this document? Now, Ms. Cole, before you sign and initial all of these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you? And did you read and understand everything in these documents? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Ms. Cole, are you a citizen of the United States? State, I have before me State's Exhibit 1. State, like all states, 1.
Yes, Judge.
Any objections?
No objection.
No objection. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Lane, you advised and counsel Ms. Cole, is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Cole, your attorney, Mr. Lane, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? Has he provided fully effective and competent legal representation? Ms. Cole, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally incompetent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
In exchange for the defendant's plea of guilty in this case, the state's recommending that the court defer an adjudication in this case to place the defendant on community supervision for a period of 12 months, or that she pay $1,000 fine for 48 hours community service along with the standard conditions of probation to include an anger management class and to stay away or have no contact with the Raceway convenience store located 2705 Memorial in Port Arthur, Texas.
Okay, Ms. Cole, the state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation. During this 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $1,000 plus court costs of $357 comes to a total of $1,357. You'll also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month, and a urinalysis fee of $15 each month. Your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you'll be required to pay while you're on probation, is $200. Ms. Cole, will you be able to pay the $200 each month? You'll also be required to perform 48 hours of community service. You'll attend and complete an anger management class. You cannot have any contact with the Raceway at 2705 Memorial, Port Arthur, Texas, 77640. And you will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. Ms. Cole, do you understand the state's offer? And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer? Okay, Ms. Cole, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Cole, this will conclude the case. If you successfully complete the probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It will not appear on your record as a conviction, and you may qualify for non-disclosure. You can talk to your attorney about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent in those matters. Ms. Cole, please stand on the X next to your attorney and follow the directions of our clerk.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.